no secret to any of it, and yet everybody's struggling with it. So I've kind of been of the impression, well, accidents, things happen. Basically, everybody says shit happens. Well, sure it does, but there's no need for it to happen. He'd gone to work, I think, about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and it was about 6 o'clock we were having supper. And we had a phone call from one of his friends looking for him, saying there'd been a bad accident, serious accident at the mill, and he wasn't here, so I just kind of ignored it. And so we finished supper, and somewhere about 7:15, 7:20, I was sitting in the chair watching TV, and the wife was downstairs, and the doorbell rang, and she answered the door, and that changed everything.
One of the most profound symptoms associated with tragedy in the workplace is retrospective guilt. The if-onlys. If only I had have said, had done, or whatever. Rational or irrational. The most profound. And that's where we beat ourselves up for things which we didn't intend to happen. We didn't wish for it. Sometimes it's irrational. We couldn't have changed a thing. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it was a lack of due diligence. And that's where the guilt can eat somebody up.
So there's an intense amount of scrutiny that's brought to bear upon the supervisors. And I've always told the supervisors, I call it the news hour test. You're going to get 20 seconds with a camera in front of your face to explain why you behaved the way you did. And you better have a good answer as to why you did what you did. From the prosecutor's point of view, the worst thing that can happen to you, I suppose, is being charged with either criminal negligence causing death or manslaughter, which are indictable offenses, criminal code offenses, and they carry significant jail time.
Well, our stats show us that the young worker, 15 to 24, gets hurt more on the job than anywhere else. Often it's amputations and or death. So we get called to all the gruesome ones. It can happen within a heartbeat, not even realizing something's going on. You might not have any control over an accident. It could be the result of somebody else.
Something happens where you don't quite realize the danger that you're putting yourself in. And whether you're thinking about the production, whether you're looking for the easy way out, something happens that you don't look at the danger. Because I had enough nightmares, I would say, and my stomach being nauseated and feeling, when you feel you let somebody down, not only let him down, but it let his mom and dad down.
After a tragic event, when the supervisor is close to this individual, or that memory of that individual can haunt people forever. And you can have a flashback where the image of the individual will come back, or a dream that'll wake you up with kind of a metaphor for what happened at work. But the image of the individual, or the image of the scene, that kind of stays with you forever.
And so, where are you in your dream?
The warehouse. Again. I'm scared.
It's a dream, a nightmare. But we know that dreams are important, okay? It's a way we understand our feelings.
Well, I never wake up. Or I am awake. I can't tell the difference. It's getting stronger. The feeling of him, his anger, his disappointment. He blames me.
But it wasn't your fault, was it?
No. You should have been more careful.
Oh, I should have been more careful. Well, blame, responsibility. I mean, what does it matter when this shit happens?
But you're dead.
No kidding. I mean, didn't you see my blood on the warehouse floor?
You bastard.
Good. Find that place, okay? Tell him how you feel.
Okay. I killed you. I'm sorry. You were my friend.
Yeah, well, my friend Joe wanted to be a supervisor. He was by far the best man for the job. When the old man got rid of Howie,
You're fired. Get out of here.
it was his big chance.
Joe! Joe, you're in charge now. You know the work, you know the crew, you know what I need.
I had a few ideas.
Good, I like ideas, but not now. Look, kid, I got a lot of work to do, and so do you. So we'll talk another time, okay?
Okay.
He was a keener. You know the type. Good boss. Tries to please everybody. Couple of weeks go by, he starts getting pissed off. Management wants more production. The workers need more training. He's the new pig in the middle. I warned him. Joe! Welcome to your world.
I don't think we should do it that way.
We've always done it that way. The other way's slower.
The new guys need more training. I need more time with them.
Yeah, they get all the training they need. Look, shouldn't you be doing inventory today, paperwork?
I think we should...
Look, if you can find a way that doesn't waste time, doesn't cost any more, and gets me what I need, then fine. But otherwise, you know the drill. You're not here to babysit, okay?
Okay.
A lot of young workers are injured all the time in places just like this. Cuts, bruises, breaks, rips, blood, guts, and gore. You know, the workplace accident. Check. The way I see it, they were lucky. Oh yeah, fortunate. I mean, look at me. Seriously, I'm dead. Yep, dead as a doornail. Me and hundreds of others. We leave our families behind in what they call the prime of our lives. Bye-bye. See you later. Sayonara. Life is tough. But like I said... Shit happens, right?
Should be more careful.
No, it's not here. I don't see it, Tony.
You told us to come up here. You told me to do it. You told him. Get some help.
Oh, my God.
Somebody help. You told him.
All right. Who's the supervisor here?
Me. I was at my workstation. I should have known better. This isn't my fault.
Okay. We're gonna need your statement, so you just sit tight. You understand? Oh, boy. Back off.
Like I said, Shit happens, right?
No, it's not right. It shouldn't have happened. I tried.
I tried. Not right. Yes. We tried. Hey. I forgive you.
I'm sorry, I've told you my part of the story.
Please answer the question directly, sir. Were you in fact aware of your responsibility under the Workers' Compensation Act to ensure the health and safety of all your workers?
No, I guess I wasn't. He never gave me any training as a supervisor.
Well, here's what I know.
Did you provide any ongoing supervision to ensure that the deceased was performing his job safely?
I tried.
Work, work, and work some more.
There were so many other things for me to take care of. We had a new contract. I was under a lot of pressure.
Make a few bucks.
Are you aware, sir, that as a supervisor for this company,
Do it again.
it is your responsibility to only assign jobs to workers for which they are properly trained?
No, I'm not. I wasn't. I didn't know.
And after a while, we get used to it. Better to say yes than to rock the boat. Am I right?
In other news, the family of a young worker is speaking out about their son's tragic death in a downtown warehouse. The family claims he hadn't been properly trained or supervised to do the work that resulted in a terrible, fatal accident. We warn our viewers that the pictures in this report may not be suitable for all members of the family.
But what happens to Mr. Supervisor?
Tragic death in a downtown warehouse.
Our hero.
Please answer the question directly, sir.
The family of a young worker is speaking out about their son's tragic death.
Well, here's the real story, Jack.
Where are you in your dream?
All rise. One bad move. The wrong choice.
This case has troubled me like no other I have heard in this court. The Crown has proven beyond a reasonable doubt that the employer's conduct was negligent.
Yeah, they get all the training they need.
Reckless.
You're not here to babysit, okay?
Okay.
And sufficient to constitute a breach in Section 115 of the Workers' Compensation Act.
1 second of blind, innocent, uninformed decision.
In my view,
and everything changes.
A fine of $150,000 to be levied against the employer.
Nice job, boss.
On or before the date determined by this court.
I depended on you, asshole. Now I'm ruined.
Joe? Joe?
What did you say?
I think it's important for you to remember what you and I decided.
Yeah? You want to run that by me again?
Remember what we talked about last week. This is a process.
Okay, you want to send your guys on up the back to get started until the materials arrive? And in the meantime, let's get started on this hole.
Okay, shouldn't we get a gas sniffer in here first?
Oh, you want a frickin' safety meeting or what?
No, I was just thinking.
Just do it.
Sometimes it's going to feel like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But you just have to be patient.
My name's Gary Glover. I live in Port Alberni, and lost my son Christopher in an industrial accident in 1997, 7 years ago.
Bearing in mind that it cannot be so high a penalty that one cannot ever be expected to pay it, I think at that point jail is the only other realistic option, and not a very palatable one for many, but there you have it.
Due diligence means I'm doing everything within reason to ensure worker safety. If they can honestly say that and back it up with some documentation in training records with workers, in that they've inspected work performances, that is what we call due diligence. And it's very important for a supervisor to actually prove that. When we do an accident investigation, we're going to be asking for that from them. What have they done to prevent anybody from being injured?
They'll say to themselves, why didn't I do this? You know? It's today. What happened today and what did I do about it? And if you did nothing, that's where the trouble begins.